Alright everyone, here we are with ticker symbol FCEL, Fuelcell Energy Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I just want to quickly announce that I do have a new ticker symbol you definitely want to keep on your watch list and radar moving forward, due to the fact that analyst ratings have been upgraded. And this ticker symbol is a pretty controversial one, so I highly recommend that every single investor and viewer looks at it from a non-emotional perspective. Do not look at it from an emotional perspective. Let's focus in on the raw data and what the charts are showing. To every single investor that added Fuelcell to their watch list, I want to go ahead and see if you guys thought about this stock when I mentioned it. Did you guys add it? You know, I talked about this 2 days ago. Looking into this week, moving forward, we wanted to see if we hit the bottom. It looks and it seems like a bottom was hit, or this could be actually consolidating in this area. It could possibly have a pullback. We still want to watch it, but I would like to see investors' outlook on this one moving forward. I definitely stated too about Fuelcell that when you were going to add it to your watch list, we were trying to look and see if the analyst ratings were going to be rebutted or investor sentiment was going to go completely against it. So if no analysis ratings have rebutted that one analysis rating that was pulling this stock down, certainly investor sentiment is much more bullish than an analysis rating, which is very interesting because this has had a run. I mean, this was literally at almost $16, and from that point forward, broke through the resistance here of $16.35, broke through the 50-day moving average, and we're sitting now at around $18.19. Some big moves here. We need to see if this momentum continues. We're going to zoom on in just a moment, but I just want to take a moment and say, for those of you that added this to your watch list, what are your thoughts on it? If you hadn't seen it before when I talked about it in previous videos, and if you were actually in it, how do you feel about this move? Do you think this is a temporary move? Could this be pulled back? Or do you think the bulls are going to take off from here? I look forward to seeing everyone's thoughts on that down below. So let's go ahead and move our support to its new location and our resistance. Now I want us to look at this a little bit broader because there's some important numbers to keep in mind. So the 50-day moving average is 1692. 1692 is the 50-day moving average. As long as we're above it, we're in bullish territory. The moment we're below it, we're in bearish territory. If this breaks through support, there's a very small window between the 50-day moving average and support, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But if both of them get broken through, our support level would be down here at 1598, and there's even one before at 1630 to watch how the stock is doing if the bulls are trying to reappear before this goes any lower. Now, if resistance is broken through, the most important resistance level is 1920. I think I've stated that in previous videos because that's the highest point before this broke through the 50-day moving average and went any lower. So I want every single investor to be aware of that and pay close attention to that on how this stock continues to react in the upward direction. If the momentum continues, 1920 is the most important resistance level. So let's go ahead and look here at our support. So our support is 1712. If 1712 gets broken through, as I stated earlier, there's a very small window between the 50-day moving average of 1692 and the support of 1712. We want to see if the bulls trying to reappear and bring this back up, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly quickly to hit newer lows and newer support levels. We want to keep that in mind and pay close attention to how the stock's reacting if that happens. On the other hand, we're currently at 1819. And the highest point reached in the day was 1831. That's our resistance. The bulls need a breakthrough that to continue this momentum, pull away from the 50-day moving average and not allow it to catch up to the price. And the bulls need to continue to reach newer highs and new resistance levels to get deeper into bullish territory. But before getting anywhere higher, they need to break through 1831. They were rejected at that point. They're trying to build momentum here after hitting that low here of 1787, sitting at 1819 right now. But 1831, I want to emphasize that, needs to be broken through by the bulls and turn into a support so they can reach newer highs and new resistance levels. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. For those of you that have stayed to this point, stay tuned, because I'm about to pull up the charts and all the information for the ticker symbol. I'm going to tell you guys to add to your watch list and keep on your radar. Remember, do not look at it from an emotional perspective. Stay tuned. So for those of you that have stayed till the end of this video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is in a very controversial state right now, and many people disagree with it, and I completely respect everyone's opinion. Either you agree or disagree with it, and I'm not here to talk about the controversies of this platform and ticker symbol. I'm just here to talk about the technicals, what the chart is showing, and it's looking like an opportunity, but we definitely need to watch it closely. But the ticker symbol is TWTR, Twitter Inc., right? So it's been pulled down due to all the controversies that are going on right now, and a lot of people are disagreeing and leaving even the platform, and I completely understand why someone would decide to do that, because of the fact that they have a personal belief, and these personal beliefs are being destroyed, right, by the way others are treated, or even the whole entire platform as a whole. I completely respect it, and I completely understand where anybody is coming from and how they feel. But again, I'm not here to talk about the controversies. Let's talk about the chart. Let's focus in on the chart. And I want to start off by saying that you definitely want to add this to your watch list. Like, remove all emotional perspective on Twitter and focus in on the numbers, and let's focus in on the graph. Now, Twitter has been banning many individuals that are followed by many. Now, will that affect Twitter's revenue moving forward? I believe it will. It will in a big percentage, but Twitter will actually continue to grow because it's a growing company. So it may not grow as fast, right? As fast as we've seen it grow, but it's going to continue to grow. It might be at a slower pace, but you can already see from this up high up here of around the 50s and 56 and drop down to about 44. It lost about 4 billion in market capitalization, which I personally believe it could actually get some of that back over time. It's going to take some time. So what is my perspective here? This is temporary. This fall is temporary. And we're going to show you why I believe Twitter is going to grow back. Now, do I think it's going to grow this fast in that short period of time? I don't want to guarantee that, and I don't believe that. I think it's going to be much slower, but we will see such growth over time. Now, some will say, I think Twitter has more room to fall, and that completely is something that I don't want to rebuttal. It could completely be true, or we could have probably hit the bottom here. We don't know the bottom yet, but we are seeing a pullback. Now, why is this pulling back? Well, if you look up in different articles, there's a lot of different stuff going out about Twitter, but one of the main ones that stood out to me today, which I found that information over the weekend, is that analysis ratings have been reiterated up to $60. So they've actually been upgraded, and that happened last week. I came across it over the weekend. I was probably going to talk about it over the weekend, but I said, let me see how it reacts to this reiteration. Does the public care about that, or will it continue to pull down? Well, funny story is, it started to come out on articles, and here we are seeing a slight upward trend. But we've already seen upward trends here about 2 or 3 times, right? And then what happened? The stock kept going down. So I don't want us to be fooled by that, but it is looking like it slightly hit a bottom here. Now we want to see. We don't know what the bottom is, but the one thing I do want to refer back to is November 2nd, when the stock fell from $52 all the way down to about 38. And then after that, it started to run right back up. So this could be an opportunity, just like what happened here. I'm not guaranteeing that, but it could be an opportunity like what happened here moving forward. Now, the banding of individuals, especially highly sought after individuals that are actually being followed and watched by many, have been removed, is something that is affecting Twitter overall in their revenue moving forward. I know that's going to affect the business, and it won't be able to grow as fast as it was growing before, it's going to grow slower, but this does have potential to continue to grow. So I highly recommend adding this to your watch list, adding this to keep it on your radar, whether you're against it or you're with it. I am here to talk about technicals. I'm not here to talk about the controversies. But if you can just remove your emotional perspective for just a moment and look at what I'm saying, you may see an opportunity. But I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just here to enlighten everyone on stocks that are looking pretty opportunistic, in my opinion, and what I'm looking at. So definitely add this to your watch list. Keep it on your radar. And guys, I know it's very controversial right now and everything that's going on, but the business model of Twitter is going to continue to grow. This is probably a temporary pullback, and we might have already seen the bottom. I'm not sure yet. There could continue to be a pullback, but this is getting pretty close to its bottom. And as more analysis ratings continue to reiterate and move forward, this could be a temporary pullback, and we might see some explosive growth moving forward. Like I said, it might not be as fast as before and how it used to, but it will start to move its way up to newer highs and new resistance levels once more investors are feeling more optimistic and also this temporary pullback is pulled through. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. And it's going to be interesting. And again, I apologize if this is a controversial stock in your opinion, but I did have to share this because a lot of investors, what they're looking for is opportunity. So thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.